Starship Frontier. We're ready to start on your signal. Maintaining exit vector course. Steady till ready. Coordinates input. Plotting jump course. Guidance is converged. We're looking good. Allocating auxiliary reactor power. System checks are green across the board. Grav jump commencing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So gang, I started recording this video and then I went back and watched the trailer for Starfield and realized that I needed a refresher. So I went back in and redug up everything I could find on this game. So the first thing I want to talk about is the writing. The writing is very interesting. It appears to be using the well-worn trope of ancient alien civilization, and that's very, very, very cool. That's my bag, if I'm going to be honest. I'm a big fan of Halo, I'm a big fan of Warhammer, Ancient Alien Civilization, starting things off, that's very cool. So, I'm sorry if I'm diving right into this with both feet, but it's necessary, I feel, in this instance. So, Starfield. This game is going to prove very interesting. The writing looks very, very good. The persuasion system looks fun, and another thing I would like to mention is the gameplay doesn't look half bad. The writing, good writing covereth much sin, and from the writing I've seen so far, it looks pretty good. The next thing I want to mention is the class system. The class system is one of the best things I like about this game. It combines perks and traits that you start out the game with, much like you had in Oblivion. And that is something I am very, very pleased with. It is a return to form, and that is going to be a recurring phrase with this game and this video. This game is returning to form in a number of ways, not only with a return to the class system, like it had in Morrowind and Oblivion, but it is also returning to procedural generation, the thing that started it all with Arena and Daggerfall. And I'm going to get into all these subjects more. Now, with the class system, it appears that you can pick a class, be it botanist, be it biologist, be it diplomat, that gives you a boost to skills in that field. In Skyrim, one of the biggest complaints was, well, the Dragonborn's great and all, and he learns really fast, but how did he reach adulthood without having any skills? And while different races did have certain skills, there was no real class system in Skyrim. Yes, you could get a slightly better archer character starting out with a wood elf or a Khajiit, but there really wasn't a class per se for it. Now, something I am looking forward to with Starfield is it combines the perk system from Fallout 4 and Skyrim, which, while flawed, was fun and did give a sense of progression fairly well. It does start out with your character having certain stats that are higher as is needed, not just stats, but also background. You can be a diplomat who had experience in that field, or you can be a botanist who has experience in that field, or you could be a mercenary who's particularly good with handguns. All kinds of things. Or you could be a scientist who's good with robots. It all is going to play into the game, and I am very, very thrilled with this. Now, the next thing I want to mention is the dialogue. This game is massive when it comes to dialogue, as in 240,000 lines of dialogue, give or take a bit. I'm sure they'll cut out some and add others, but it's very, very, very cool. The next thing I want to talk about is the quests. I'm sorry if I'm blazing through these, but I only want to make this video go for 10 minutes, not 10 hours, so I'm trying to blast through as quickly as possible. So, the quests look fun. My main problem with the quests in Skyrim looks like it may be returning in Starfield, and that problem is this. It looks like you'll be able to join all the factions. That's not something I'm thrilled with. I don't want my character, who is a mage, to have to join the companions, or to just join the companions at all. And yet, you often wound up doing that if you wanted to be a werewolf, or for any other reasons. The problem with this, of course, is that your character can't feel unique if you're, hey, I'm Bob the Mage, but I'm also a member of the Companions and the Thieves Guild. So I would like it if your character who is a mage actually belongs to the Mages Guild. And say in Starfield, for example, your character who is a member of the Free Star Leagues is a member of the Free Star Leagues. And if your character is a member of the Pirates, then he better be a member of the Pirates and not be joining the other factions, because they are diametrically opposed. So that's something that I wanted to mention. Now, my being thrilled with the classes coming back for this game is something that I am very, very, very happy with. I love the fact that classes are coming back with this game. I cannot say that enough. However, there could be a downside here if Bethesda does not implement it properly. You had a lot of people who are fans of Skyrim who are going to be like, oh wait, I actually have to play this like an RPG, and Bethesda is going to be sitting there calmly saying, yes, you actually do. Now, all of this is fun and all, but what's the downsides to this game? The downsides is it's a Bethesda title, so it's gonna have bugs like you would not believe. If you played Skyrim on launch, which I didn't, but I was around to watch the YouTube videos on it, Skyrim on launch was one of the most buggy titles to ever exist. It wasn't Cyberpunk 2077 bad, but it was pretty bad. So there is that. The next thing is this. If it is as buggy as a usual Bethesda title, that's bad, but the big problem is this. The game is bigger, so that means there will most likely be far more bugs at launch, and hopefully they don't wait for the community to fix it like they did with Skyrim and Fallout. So that's that thing. The next is the writing. If the writing is bad, the game will most likely collapse and implode. I love ancient civilizations in space like most people, and I like the idea of being Indiana Jones in space as much as the next person. But being Indiana Jones in space only gets you so far. We were Indiana Jones in a fantasy world in Skyrim, basically running around and digging up dragon walls. But that can only get you so far, as I've said before. So hopefully the story has some depth, that beyond just, hey, we're Indiana Jones in space. So, when Todd Howard said No Man's Skyrim, I wasn't looking for a formulaic reinvention. I was just looking for Skyrim in space, plus hopefully better story writing and better quests. The other problem is this. This ties into what I was just saying. Sameness. This game has to feel different. It just does. The game cannot be Fallout 4, and it cannot be Skyrim. It has to be Starfield. It has to be its own thing. And I suspect it will be. And if it is, great. If it isn't, not so great. But hey, we'll live with it. So, I'm sorry if this is just a blurt of information, but this is my thoughts. I had to get them out there, so I thought, why not? So please, if you can, give me a subscribe, give me a like. I'm just starting out here on YouTube, so please, help a brother out here. And I guess that's all. So have a very nice day or evening, no matter what it is, or where you are. So please, thank you.